Looks like there's a little community of leprechauns live up here. So we're just sheltering from the rain a bit. It's a lovely maintained walk.
Yeah, we're hunkering down for the day. It's just absolutely pouring it down, so we're just going to make the most of it when it's not and just hunker down when it is.
We expected a bit of this.
We wanted to see it in winter, and here we are. And actually it's got one hell of a kick to it. But if you told me when I met Stu 22 years ago we'd start the day off by smelling each other's armpits, I just said...
Well, tooting and fruiting that's moving there.
We're moving. We've been here for about 20 minutes.
So that was a bit of a letdown.
In last week's episode, we moved on from Malin Head, where I shared my approach to clothes packing, and the rest of the day became a tale of two beaches.
But as is Ireland's way, this morning brings a completely different weather front as we peel back the screens. And in the background, Jane's making a few phone calls back home.
But do you feel you could have got up had you got a zipper frame? But we're soon off for a short walk at Glenevin Waterfall, which is literally just up the road from our park up.
So we're going on a just a small, I think it's only a kilometre walk up to some waterfalls. Weather's changed quite a bit. It's forecast to be rain, about 70 or 80% chance of rain today. Looks like it's an easy path up. Place has got a little donation box and a bit of a shelter, and there's all sort of picnic tables, so I'd imagine in the spring and summer it'll be a lovely place to come. Looks like that's the trapdoor for the leprechauns. Looks like there's a little community of leprechauns live up here, or fairies. There's one up there. I've just noticed. Oh, I'm going to have to look out for these. They're all hidden. It's the giant of the fairies. Little chair in there. A little cottage, that one. 2-bedroom. This one's a bit more substantial. Here's the grand mansion. Slightly bigger people, bigger fairies. So last night we parked up down there. So we're just sheltering from the rain a bit. It's a lovely maintained walk. Lots of little fairies live up here. They spent a bit of money putting the path down, lots of little bridges. Really good.
Obviously the waterfall has been here for thousands of years, but the fact that the public can access it is down to a very kind lady called Doris Russo. Doris, originally from Illinois, America, bought the Glen house near the car park at the entrance and set it up as a bed and breakfast back in the 1990s. She, along with her neighbour, created a path along with interconnecting bridges to allow access to the waterfall location. She sold the B&B in 2004 and unfortunately passed away in 2017. But her legacy lives on in this unique bit of island. Now, we weren't expecting that when we arrived. I know we're old, well at least Stu is, but it was a little exciting seeking out those fairy dwellings. So it's definitely worth an hour to stop by and explore. The weather is getting worse, but we continue to head west to a fort that Stu has seen on Google Maps. And maybe the weather will break. We came across these 550-year-old cottages, all with traditional names of Kate, Mickey's, and this one I can't pronounce. Then there is another two somewhere called Mary and Willie Dan. Take in what sights we could in the driving rain, stopping occasionally where the mobile signal allowed me to make and receive phone calls. So those little holiday cottages are, what did I say they were, Stu? They're Airbnbs? Those cute little cottages that we passed?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Airbnbs. Yeah, we're hunkering down for the day. It's just absolutely pouring it down, so we're just going to make the most of it when it's not and just hunker down when it is. So I spent most of the morning on the phone to my brother about my mum, so that's it really. It's not been a waste of a day, but it's we haven't achieved a lot. Let's put it that way. Unfortunately, at Fort Dunree, the weather really closed in and we simply didn't hang round.
Fort is located on a rocky promontory and was originally built as part of a series of fortifications defending Loch Swilly during the Napoleonic Wars, and it's located opposite Knockella Fort on the other side of the loch. There are times in a trip where you have to wave the white flag and surrender to the elements. So we found this air at Buncrana to hunker down for the rest of the day.
We expected a bit of this.
We wanted to sit in winter, and here we are.
We expected.
That's all right.
When it gets like this, you just got to wait.
Yeah.
It's supposed to stop in an hour, I think.
We've said that when it rains, we don't go out. When it rains, we do. We've already been out for a walk, so this too shall pass.
The Aire is next to a pub, so maybe an easy meal is on the agenda for tonight. But another blow to the day, as the pizza on offer is only served on certain days of the week, and that was not today.
But as ever, we smile as we know that travelling is a privilege. The garage opposite provides our meal ingredients,
That's quite hot.
Bloody hell, that is hot. We've bought, I don't know, but it was £10 for 2. And actually it's got one hell of a kick to it.
Well, that's right. Get used to it.
It was easy to cook though, because we just shoved it in the pan and we haven't got to worry about,
Nice.
yeah. Not cheap though, is it? 10 quid.
We've written today off.
Yeah, we have. We went out for lunch and we got there and they didn't serve food, so lunch went, so this is lunch and tea, isn't it? Nice. And as they say, tomorrow will be another day.
So this is the Aire, the free Aire at Buncrana, so it's free to stop here. There is some electric hookup points. I think you have to get the token from the local tourist place, I think. It's all on part for night anyway. And there's also a waste place for black waste, and then there's also recycling. They also have a bin here as well, which has been really useful. There's a wheelie bin. It's not the greatest place to stop, I guess, at the end of the day, but it served its purpose because we just needed somewhere to hunker down. They are doing some builder works at the back of us, which went on to about 10 o'clock at night, and it started sort of 8 o'clock this morning, but it didn't really bother us, to be perfectly honest. We found this book quite useful from a map perspective. It's the Wild Atlantic Way. It's broken down into, as you'll see, into the various sections. So at Buncrana today, we're just going to head down towards Letterkenny. We're going to get some LPG on the way. And then basically we're going to be heading north on the Wild Atlantic route. And we'll probably get to around about here, stop tonight. We've got a couple of stops on the way as we go. So it's LPG gas time. So I've got all these adapters for Europe. I think it's this one, if I remember right, when I was last in Ireland. Or in fact, I might be wrong. I think it might be that one. No, I'm pretty sure it's that one. We'll find out when we get there. So Jane's just in Super Value, just topping up provisions.
That was £26. I don't know, it seems a lot, but I did buy a lotto ticket. You never know. Could be the winning one. Somebody has to win.
So let's have a look at the weather radar today. So it looks like it's going to be overcast, maybe a bit of sun this afternoon. That's all right. The outlook for the next few days, what have we got? Tomorrow, 60% chance of rain. Looks like Saturday's going to be sunny. Sunday, rainy. Temperature all looks okay. It's quite a good little app, this is. Really like it.
I've just bought a lotto ticket, a Euro Millions, so I told Christine, I took note of her name, if I win, I'm going to come back. Give her
Super Value Buncrana.
Yeah, and give her a nice big wad of cash for selling me the winning ticket. Needless to say, we didn't win. Sorry, Christine, so you'll have to put up with us creating more videos. Yesterday was a complete car crash, really. The weather was awful, had so much going on at home with my mum.
That's settled down today, isn't it, overnight?
Yeah,
so, which is good.
So it'll be a quieter day.
Well, when it's days like that, you just got to not fight it, have you, I think?
No.
We're just in Buncrana rush hour at the moment. So we've sort of reset ourselves, haven't we, I think?
Yeah.
Left now.
That was a really useful air for us yesterday. It's just what we needed, to be honest. So.
I mean, we've really fallen into just a rhythm of living at the moment, haven't we?
We fell straight into it this time.
Yeah.
Normally it takes us, if you've not been out in a van for a while, and when you step back in it, like we haven't been out for maybe a couple of months, And you're like, God, how are we going to live together in this small space? But you just...
You do. Somebody said to me yesterday, it was on WhatsApp, some ex-colleagues, I said, when you're coming back? And they said, you know, sort of, we're out for 9 weeks, basically. And they said, oh, God, how do you live together for 9 weeks? I'd kill my other partner. And I said, well, no, there's 2 of us go out on the trip. Only one may come back. But that's always a chance.
Yeah, one may go missing.
But, you know, you find your way. You can... Well, we get on quite well, you know, we have our moments.
I think we get on better on the road than we do at home.
Yeah.
It's
probably true.
maybe because you have to. You can't afford to fall out. It's just like...
And you've got to let it go, and you've got to move on fairly quickly.
You've nowhere to stomp off to if you have a row except the front seat. So.
Or out there somewhere.
Well, yeah, that's true. You could go for a long walk. But if you told me when I met Stu 22 years ago, we'd start the day off by smelling each other's armpits, I just said, no way. And yet we do.
Yeah, that shirt'll do another day. Also, you know, we were saying with the food, we're sort of carrying on from Europe, and the best thing I think we do is we don't overfill the fridge, because the fridge can be a real frustration if it's full. Trying to find stuff, moving stuff around, I find it quite frustrating. That probably more than you.
Yeah, Stu's head of fridge, because I have no patience and I just shove everything in, which would drive Stu mad. So
when we first started, we used to cram Harry full of provisions that used to last us days, which they did, but the stress of doing it, and I think if you're in a place where there's always somewhere to buy stuff, you know, and yeah, is it a bit more expensive? Maybe, but I'd rather pay that extra bit locally, personally, anyway.
I do bring some things with me, just things like dishwashing liquid, because I have a perfume allergy, so things like that are quite hard to find. The first LPG location turned out to be a failure as the pump was out of order, so we need to look for another.
I use my LPG, and the next one is Maxwell, which is 6.9 kilometres away. The app just tells you what the price is and details, but it gives the coordinates, so it's easy for me to put them in. So we'll give that a go.
Turn right now. How do you know when it's full? It'll stop.
Yeah.
Shit. I'll go and get the wipes. That was fairly...
Ventless.
Ventless,
the first time ever.
Yeah. I'm ashamed to say that we've had Harry 5 years now, over 5 years, and we've only just discovered that the diesel heater dial is actually a thermostat.
We're not used to this.
No.
We're used to the open road. Freedom.
We ate a lot of rubbish yesterday.
We what?
Ate a lot of rubbish.
Oh, ate a lot of rubbish, yeah. But when we have a blowout, it takes me ages to recover.
We ate a whole
pack of hobnobs.
Hobnobs.
And a big pack of potatoes.
Yeah, I got a family
And then
bag.
we had, I'm sure that meal was for...
Yeah, so I bought a meal. It had like noodles and chicken, and it was 2 for €10. And when we were eating it, we were of the opinion it may have been 1 box for 2 people.
So we had 4 meals. I put it this way, I could have had half of that and been all right.
We felt positively green by the end of it, I'm sure.
I woke up this morning and we sort of had 2 blowouts so far, haven't we?
Yeah.
One in the middle of the night when Jane suddenly announced she's got some hobnobs in the cupboard. That was it.
Stu had been to sleep, and then I was reading my book, and then he woke up, and he just said to me, I could just do some hobnobs now. And I said, well, I've got a packet in the thing. And so he just lay in bed eating hobnobs. We're not buying hobnobs anymore.
No, we are, but we've got to learn to have a 2 at a time over a period of a few hours, I mean. Says she who's got a Malteser thing that you never got to. You never got to that last night.
I might have it for lunch. I bought a dessert and it was cream and toffee and marshmallows.
Maltesers, wasn't it? Crunch.
Oh.
I have to say I do think the back curtain that I made, padding, is definitely feels, you haven't got that coldness of the metal at the back in places.
It's surprising how many uses that curtain has. For security, for warmth, for privacy.
And we just leave it up, don't we? I haven't even bothered to take it down. It's too much hassle for a car.
Oh, sorry, we're talking about...
What is that?
But you said curtain.
The back padding, I said.
I'm just going to have to replay this video. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to rewind this video.
On the back doors that I made.
No.
I do think the back curtain that I made, padding. See, Jane does this. We always have to prove a point to the point where we have to just absolutely sort out. And when I'm wrong, I'll apologise. When Jane's wrong,
I do
she just doesn't say.
But I'm not in
I was wrong. I said back curtain. I didn't mean back curtain. The back padding, like on the back barn doors that I made for warmth on a winter trip, I think's worked really well.
They have, yeah.
I do feel as though we're warmer.
And as I was saying, the back curtains.
It's not the back curtains, the cab curtains.
Cab curtains.
You're wrong.
Oh,
it's
very
the cab
good.
curtains.
We didn't have curtains, these back curtains, these black back curtains that Stu made. We didn't have them for the first year. I'm not quite sure how we managed without them.
Well, I think it's because we got more into wild camping.
And we spent longer in them.
Yeah.
We started to move.
We're right at the point of frustration of people filtering in.
Yeah,
right
some
to the front.
idiot has literally just gone down
the left lane.
The left lane at full whack, full speed. There's always one, isn't there? It's always annoying sometimes when you hit a traffic jam and then you never actually find out what was the cause. Sucker for a good roundabout.
That's one of the best, I'd say.
You've seen a few good ones. Wow.
That's great, though.
You've done nothing except get up.
Go shopping.
Go shopping, put LPG in. I rang my mum. And it's just like...
I haven't got to my first destination, or my first attraction destination.
Take the second exit now.
What? Christ, don't do that.
You changed.
Wow, look at that.
In 400 metres, turn right onto Church Lane and then turn right.
Clear.
Turn right now and then your destination is ahead on the left.
Barriers. There's so many parking spaces and then someone's literally just seemed to have stopped on that corner.
So we parked up by the cathedral in Letterkenny. Parking was quite easy in the end. I love how Harry just fits into these normal bays.
It's got some quaint houses. It's obviously quite new, judging by the roof. Hey?
It's shut, but it's also run down, so I'm not sure if it's even open.
Oh.
Well, that's the museum. I think it's shut. so that was a bit of a letdown. The Donegal County Museum is shut, but it also looks a bit run down, so I'm not even sure it's open at all, full stop. Anyway, we came through the town for a walk.
I can't work out what these are, but there must be about 6 of them down the high street. Okay, I've just asked someone and they're ornamental. She probably thought it was a bit weird asking, but... Iconic photograph of Church Lane and St Ewan's Cathedral, taken by Robert French at the turn of the 20th century. I'll have to look it up, because that's a cathedral, but I think this is a town. I don't think it's a city. Do you want lunch?
No, not here.
No? It's a town, this is, it's not a city. From what I can see. That's probably one of the best shops I found here last time, was Dunn's. They did amazing everything, cakes. Okay, that's enough of built up areas for us, and we're heading back onto the wild Atlantic Way. First stopping at a remote old friary, but we'll show you that in the next episode.
Mud City.
I'll just have to take a look at that.
Don't forget, if you're watching this and enjoying it, why not show your appreciation by hitting that subscribe button.